Good morning, everybody. Anyway, so happy if you can join me this Thursday morning at 9 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Colleen Light. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Kalama, Washington. So that's a small town in Southwest Washington. And I come live every morning on Facebook at 9 o'clock in the morning Pacific Standard Time. Now, my word for um, 2023 was consistency, and I normally go live on YouTube at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Mondays. But then the power went out. We had high winds, and so you know how it is. You pick a word, and there it goes, right out the window, right out of the gate. Anyway, we're going to be making this super cute card today. I'm going to do some different change, a little bit of a change to it. I thought this one was I like it, but I don't love it. So I'm going to try something a little bit different. And today's the day I'm going to show you how to do the masking technique. So hang tight. I'm going to flip you around and let's get started. I'm going to bring you up on, oh, there's the messy part of the craft room is back there. Let me just bring you up here. Make sure you look in screen. While you're doing that, this is the set we're going to work with. And this is free. That's right, free when you place a $100 order. Because it's part of Sale-a-bration. So this is our little mini Sale-a-bration brochure. You can see it says my copy up there because I have so many little catalogs in my office that I have to kind of keep things a little separate. Oh, good morning, Tammy. So this set, this Beautifully Happy. So my favorite thing, let me just tell you, my favorite thing about this are these tiny little greetings and sentiments. It says, "You are easy to love. Thank you. Kindness matters. For a very happy birthday, sending happy thoughts for a feeling better kind of day." Look, there's even a little bumblebee there. So right up my alley because I love all the bees. So I'm happy you joined me. I was not able to announce the winner online of this of this little mini tear off calendar because I was out of power on that day. So Mary Lou Porter, PM me your address and I will get this off in the mail to you on Monday. I'll be heading into the post office on Monday, so I will get it for you then. Anyway, so I hope I'm in screen. I want to show you the other paper we're working with. I absolutely love this paper. It's in the new mini catalog. It is the Country Gingham 6x6. And so look at this, and then you flip it over and you have those beautiful other colors. So I've been kind of on a mint kick lately. I don't know why. I think maybe it's because I was burned out on some of the richer colors after Christmas and all those cards we made. This is the January host code. I'm going to scooch it out of my way real quick. So that's it if you need it. Let me see, what else do I have? What else do I have? I think that's about it. So this is how a square card opens. And we are going to go ahead and get started. So let me go ahead. We're going to pull out our card base. And this measures at 4¼ by 8½. And we scored it at 4¼ So it's just that easy. This will fit in a standard envelope in one of our regular envelopes. I'm going to show you that at the end of the video. I'm going to give this a little burnish. All right, let's start with some stamping. Let's go ahead and get out all of my parts and pieces here. This is for the inside. This is 4¼ by 4¼ inch. Same here, 4¼ by 4¼ I have a big circle there. See, I thought this looked kind of blah without anything behind it. So I went ahead and I'm changing it up and I'm going to put that big circle right back there. And I use the Stylish Shapes dies. I'm going to show you how we are going to do this gorgeous flower here. So let me get out my Stampin' Pierce mat and I'm going to show you how to do a mask. So I'm sure there might be a better way to do this. Actually, I'm not sure about that. This is how I do it. I wanted to put these thank yous, and you'll notice, I'm going to show you, I always start by casing the catalog anytime I make a card. So I'm doing my take on this one. So I am just going to put some little marks here so I know that I'm stamping in the center, because this is the die I'm going to be using out of the stylish shaped dies. This will keep me on track. I want to grab my little flower die here and put that in the center. But before I even do that, I'm going to grab a sticky note. I'm going to show you how to cut a mask. And I'm going to grab my tuxedo black Memento ink. So I hope you are all having a good day. And I'm going to put it up to where the sticky part is. We're going to need that sticky part. So let's do that. While I have out my Memento black, let's go ahead and stamp right here in the center. I'm going to get it as close to center as I can, which means I'm going to have to turn it on an angle for me. Here we go. That's good enough. Good enough for me. Let me move this stamp out of the way. All right, so when you have your sticky note here, we are basically going to fussy cut this. But you don't have to be as necessarily detailed when you're doing this. Here, you kind of want to get close to that line. And we're going to go around here. Basically, because we're going to be stamping the thank you. So because of that, we want to be able to cover up our flower. So we're going to just go all around. It doesn't take but a few seconds. And we're going to go all the way around here. Hopefully I'm in screen. And again, like I said, you don't have to be overly fussy with this because you're not going to, when you're fussy cut, you want to be a little bit more particular if you're using that design. This is basically just the massing technique. We're going to cover up our image to make sure our words, the thank you words, aren't going to be going over our flower. So it is really just this easy. I had one cut out and I misplaced it because that's how I roll. So we'll just be doing this together this morning. So I hope you all have had a good week. We actually, after our big wins, it kind of really freshened up our air. I live out in the country. Honestly, the air is pretty fresh all the time. But it was just, we had some sun. It blew away all the fog. Has been a couple of really lovely days here in Southwest Washington. Been able to get out, play with Lucy. For those of you who are new, Lucy is our almost year-old yellow lab, and her birthday's in just a couple of weeks. And she is busy, busy, busy girl. So anyway, let's see. Here, we're just going to finish this up real quick. Now, when you're done with this, put it in your stamp case so you don't do what I did and throw it somewhere on your messy desk. Okay, so this would go just like that. That's how you would stamp that. Let's go ahead and start, though, by stamping our inside. This is you stamp twice, so you have your outside image and your inside image. It's a distinctive stamp. I think that's what they call it. And I'm going to go ahead, I think I'm going to stick with the mint in the middle. I wasn't sure yesterday whether I wanted to stick with the mint in the middle or go to that So Saffron in the middle, but I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with the mint. And all you do is line the stamp up with your image. Let's look here and see. So I think the best way to line this up is to find that center there. Go around and let's go ahead and pop it down. See how it turned out. Oh, I like that. All right, now let's do a little bit of coloring on that. I just grabbed out my So Saffron, and I'm going to use the dark right here in the center of this. I'm going to bring the dark So Saffron in here. And I'm going to put a little bit on this flower bud here. See how easy this comes together? Let's bring the light and just go along these lines and kind of bring this So Saffron color out a little bit. I know some people are not crazy about the color yellow, and it's actually one of my favorites. I love yellows and mints together. So as you know, so while I'm doing this, I'm just going to add a little highlights here, a little shading. As I'm doing this, you know, Stampin' Up! Has that fabulous joining special. You'll find it on the last page of the Sale-a-bration catalog. I think that's where it is. Let me double check myself. Let me see. It is second to, so this is it here. There's 3 ways to join now if you're interested. Okay, so that's that. Now we're going to bring in our mask. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do our words. I'm using thank you. These are my January thank you cards. Oh, I want to move that over just a little bit there. Line it up as best as you can. And I will show you how we're going to do the thank you. And I'm going to bring in my So Saffron again. So leave a comment and let me know what you're working on. And it is sometimes here, I'll see if I can do it like this. My head in your way? I hope not. And then I am just going to move this so it's on an angle, or actually not on an angle, but so it's a little off center here. So it looks like it's a continuation of the words. Okay, there we go. This is so pretty. I'm going to bring this one down a little bit. So now if you were to, I want to bring the U over here, I think. I want to bring this down a little bit. I don't want it to look as busy. Let me bring the thank you. Bring that down there. Now when we take our mask off, our flower looks like it's sitting on top of the words. I am going to go ahead and pop this mask right in my stamp case now, so I know exactly where to find it next time. Perfect. Let's get this card put together. Oh, you know what? Before we put away that ink and our flower, let's go ahead and put a thank you on our envelope. I did want to do that, so let me find my ink again. I'm going to stick with the So Saffron, and I'm going to put a thank you right down here at the base of my envelope. So then that is just ready to go when these go out in the mail. I tell you, you miss one video and you're just a little bit off your game. So again, stylish shaped dies. I'm going to scooch off camera and I'm going to give this a little trim. So I will be right back. Tell me where you're watching from. I love to hear that. Okay, I'm going to give this a little trim here. It's kind of wanting to wiggle around, so give me just 1 second. There we go. Instead of bringing this big machine over there, the cut and emboss machine. Okay, it's just that easy. Let's go ahead and put this card together. You'll see how easy it comes together. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead. These are the Pearl Basics. I'm just all over the board today. All over the board, people. I just don't know what's going on. Let's give these a little bit with this So Saffron here. I want them to match, and I don't have any So Saffron's gems, so I am using my Stampin' Blend marker to put a little bit of color on those. All right, now we can put the card together, and these will be dry when we're done. So like I said, on this one, I did not put the green behind, but I am going to do that this time around. You'll have to let me know which one you prefer. So we're going to just adhere this just like that. So let me get out my, let me see here. Let me get out my seal. Here we go. Losing all my words this morning. And I'll have all of these dimensions blogged for you before lunch. I like to get it done a little bit early. I should have done it yesterday, but it was one of those busy days yesterday. All right, so let's go ahead and just pop this down here like that. And then I have some of the Baker's Twine Essential Pack, and I want to put this in the, let's center this here, just like this. Oh, good morning, Kathy and Fran. I appreciate you popping on. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of our seal right here. And I will also upload this video to YouTube for people who like YouTube better than Facebook. Okay, so let's go ahead and go like that. Let me get out my ribbon scissors and give this a snip. Perfect. Let's go ahead and glue this right on here. And I do like to use the multi-purpose glue here. So I think I said in my last video, which was a while ago now, that one of my crafting resolutions is to not be so heavy-handed with the glue. At the beginning of the year, I started rewatching my videos and I was thinking, oh my gosh, why do I use so much glue? So I decided I'm going to try and use a little bit less this year. There's no reason for all of that. There we go. How pretty is that? I love this mint macaron color. I think it's my favorite right now. This or the sweet sorbet, I think it is. There we go. All right, so we're going to pop this right up here on some dimensionals. And I'm going to show you both and let me know what you think, whether you like it better with this mint on the back, the extra layer, or if you like it just with the white. I like doing most of my thank you cards at the beginning of the month, so they're just ready to go. And I'm in the mood for spring colors. Okay, so we want to grab that same twine and make a little bow here. I'm going to use lots because I think I want my tails kind of long on this, but I'm not exactly sure. So I'm probably overusing this, but we'll see. Sometimes I like things, the smaller tails and a smaller bow, but since this is a square card and I don't have a lot going on here, I kind of am thinking maybe I like the longer tails. Not really sure. So I have these mini glue dots here. I'm going to take my little piercing tool here. I'm going to pop this right here, right underneath there, and I'm going to place my bow on that. Let me grab these scissors. And then we'll trim up the tails as needed. So twine does twist a little bit. You can keep working it and get it to untwist a little bit. I'm not that worried about it. I kind of like the country feel with this gingham. So this is a card I'm not going for perfection with. I kind of like the country kind of vibe in the long tails and of the bow and the ease of this card. But if you are a perfectionist, by all means, I think you should just play around with that bow until you have it perfect. So there you go. Let's get out our gems. And again, these are the Pearl Basic Jewels. If you're new to Stampin' Up! And you are not aware, you can color on your gems with the Stampin' Blends. Just give them a minute to dry to add, and then that way you can get whatever color it is you would like. So your gems will match whatever card it is you're making. And I do that frequently. So the basic rhinestones and these basic pearls are some of my favorite gems to use because of that one reason. It is because then I can coordinate them with whatever project I'm doing. So let me clean this up a little bit. I'm Sometimes I look in the camera and I'm thinking, oh, that looks like a hot mess, doesn't it? Here are the dimensions written out if you want to take a screenshot of them and you can read my handwriting. If not, just hang tight for that blog post because I'll have it all posted. Beautifully Happy. This is yours free when you place $100 order during Sale-a-bration. And it is on page, the joining specials on page 18. And this here, look, I'm just flipping through, is on page 13 and free with your $100 purchase. So it's just a great, great set. I love this. I love the sentiments. And here are the cards that I made. So this is the one without the mint background, and this is the one with it. Let me know which one you like. I'm on the fence. Sometimes I need a vote. Sometimes I need a vote because I am on the fence. So Mary Lou, don't forget to PM me your address and I'll get that mini calendar in the mail for you. In February, the first week, I'll do another prize patrol and I will be live again Monday on YouTube. So thanks so much for joining me. I really, truly appreciate it.